Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Ariat. We'll talk more about that later, but I wanted to show you guys today is we've got a huge improvement to the Japa firewood processor. If you guys saw in our previous videos with this machine, we had a makeshift log rack with just two runners on the ground. We'd roll the logs over to the log lift, run them through the processor, and it worked just fine. But Bob from Metza Machine said, hey, I got something else I want you to try out. Let me show you what it is. So this is the Japa 465 basic log rack. It is a gravity feed log rack. There's no chains or anything that are going to drive the logs down onto your feed rollers here, but the gravity should do most of the work and make it pretty easy. Like I said before, we had runners here on the ground. You'd have to manually roll the logs to the log lift, lift them up and then put them on. But gravity's going to do most of the work here. We'll still have to manhandle them a bit, but once we get them onto the rollers here, there's a hydraulic in-feed roller there, plus we've got the conveyor here that will suck that log right in. And what this is really going to allow me to do is work a lot more at one time without stopping. So I can sit here with the excavator, grab logs from the pile, swing about 15 logs onto the live rack there, and then just feed them through the processor. If you saw in the last video, when neighbor Doug was here giving me a hand, he was actually working the log lift lever and I was running the processor. And I really think that this might replace neighbor Doug, at least the necessary labor to do both, because it does run faster. If you've got the log lift, to have a second person getting the next log staged and ready for you, but having the log rack here, they'll be there and ready to go. So I'm really looking forward to getting to try this thing out here. So you can see we've got a pretty good pile of logs here ready to go through the Japa. This is probably 2 full dump trailer loads and will be a really good test to see how much this firewood rack helps improve efficiency. Also a good test for the Japa firewood processor to see how quickly we can work through this pile. I've actually got another triaxle load coming because, like I said, we really need to catch up on firewood production. And don't worry, I've got a plan for a future video on how we're gonna have all of this ready and seasoned to sell for wintertime. Right on time. We got the famous log hauler Jesse from our friend Joe at Ohio Woodburners YouTube channel. What do you got here, Jesse? This looks like about 3/4 of a load or something.
Yeah, it's one of those days. It didn't work long enough today to make another load, but yeah, it's probably about 3/4.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yep.
I'm trying to catch back up on firewood. Anyway, we'll let Jesse do his thing here and get the log truck unloaded. So I mentioned earlier that today's video is sponsored by Ariat, and I just wanted to quickly tell you guys about the 4th of July sale they're running from July 1st through July 4th. I think most items are between 20 and 30% off. Now, we've been sponsored by Ariat for a little over a year now, and over the last year we've gotten to try just about everything that they offer, from hats to t-shirts to shorts, their jeans, their pants, just about everything. And my honest review after wearing their workwear for over a year now is it is the perfect combination of rugged durability and comfort. This stuff is made to work in. Anyway, I will leave a link to the 4th of July sale down below. Like I said, 20 to 30% off, July 1st through July 4th. Let's get back to the video. All right, let's get this log rack loaded up. I'm gonna go after all the skinny poles first because I've got the 4-way wedge on right now. Once we get through a lot of these smaller ones, we'll switch out for the 6-way wedge and we'll put the bigger logs on there. More work I do with the excavator now and getting those all straight and square, going to be a lot less manhandling later on. I'd rather use hydraulics than muscle. Actually, I think I'm going to set these ones down and get these ones all lined up now. That one there probably is only going to need a 1 split, not a 4-way. Now I could do this with the tractor and the grapple, but you can see just how much more efficient the excavator is at moving these and placing them right where I want them. Also, being able to reach into the pile and grab whichever logs I want is really nice, whereas with the tractor and the grapple I'd have to be taking whatever order they were in and work my way through the pile because I wouldn't be able to reach up over top. So I can kind of sort this way too. All right, so we got 10 logs on this log rack, and again, a lot of these are kind of smaller stuff. They'll only need split once or maybe 4 times for some of the bigger ones that I put on here. But I think I might be able to double stack them and put another layer on top here. But that's going to be something I'm going to have to work with and figure out as I get more comfortable with this log rack. For now, I just wanted to do 1 single layer. That way everything's going to roll down nice and easy. The other nice thing about this log stop here in the back is if you were to keep adding logs on top of there, that's just going to help gravity push the rest of the log pile and keep gravity feeding the processor. So let's go ahead and get it fired up and see how long it takes to process up these 10 logs. All right, guys, once again, we have made a mountain of firewood in a relatively short amount of time thanks to the Japa 365 and this new log deck. This is a huge improvement over the log lift that we had previously. I mean, don't get me wrong, the log lift is certainly better than no log lift, but if you're comparing it to a log deck, this is absolutely the way to go. Everything is already staged and ready to go. You just roll your logs down, feed them through, no problem. The other thing that I really like about this that I don't know if many people will talk about is the log deck is not attached to the firewood processor. So the log lift is. So you've got a whole system here that's attached, and your power plant is over there. So when you want to go start the tractor and turn the tractor off, you've got to walk all the way around. Whereas this, you know, if I didn't have logs on here, I could just sneak right through here. So it's kind of nice that there's nothing connecting here with the exception of the hydraulic hose underneath that runs that in-feed roller. So yeah, guys, huge boost in productivity with that log deck from Japa, and things are really just starting to fall into place. We've got a reliable source of firewood poles, we've got a log hauler to bring them here, and we've got a machine to turn those poles into a finished product that we can sell. I think we're gonna start catching back up on our firewood inventory here very quickly. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this one, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and don't forget, go check out Ariat's 4th of July sale for some 20 to 30% discounts. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.